Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer.
From the gun, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An 11-yard touchdown as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 46-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They run right side with Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. Time to go. Time to go.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number. The Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Don't say nothing. Say.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
His kick is
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there.
Put that down. You're mine.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Switch.
Throwing now is Carr. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 9.
Raider 2.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
That's it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
From the 31, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Express.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Heavy.
Pull it together. Check.
That's it.
Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
Whip.
Five down.
Watch the whip.
29.
Five.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, the 40, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
OP, OP.
Check. Crunch.
From the gun, Carr. And this is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
45. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
White.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Well, all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He's going to air one out. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. 694.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Bring it.
Operating from the gun, Carr. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
It's our field. It's our field.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this one's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Now, Carr again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to... Mike Evans, he's going to go. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in after 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. On play action, now Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Carr going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Carlton Davis picks it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score, Buccaneers 56.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some...
It got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Leonard Floyd racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And he's out right at the 25. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Two strike, Chief.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, Carr. Escaping the pressure, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
808.
It's been a long day for you. 45. 45.
Hey, Alpha.
45.
You're mine.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's got the first down or more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. And I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Two strike, Chief.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Watch.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They do go for it. It's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
7:34.
Now Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Express.
Hey, orbit.
45.
White Monday down.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
He's coming, he's coming.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
I don't think you got it, son. Switch.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
4 down.
On second down, it's Jones. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be third down.
Hey, defense, let's go.
58 to Mike.
Flip. Green, triple team.
Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2 times. Out. 5 down. Stand up in. Out.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Monday, down. You're wide at 54. Let's get the ball. Big Ed. Purdue. Check 50.
On third down, it's Jacobs. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
6-18. 54's Mike.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way And you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down now, it's Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice... And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, check Mike 44.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaquille Barrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Check 45 to Mike.
Check pass. Check pass. 45. 45. Mike, 45.
They gonna need some therapy out there.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Ready. Blue ready.
Hey, eat. Hey, watch the slap.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Ready. Blue ready.
53. Mike.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check safety. Check safety. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
Raider one.
Throwing again. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carr under pressure again, and down he goes again. Shaquille Barrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Shit.
They'll go for it. It's Carr rolling to his right. Carl Nassib, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gay is on for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered.
And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This is Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to...
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Buccaneers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10, and they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird. Hotel, get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown. A